Today on Future 360, driving innovation in technology through intellectual property.
Connie Carnabuci, partner, Freshfields Brookhurst-Deringer, Hong Kong.
An intellectual property specialist in information technology, Carnabuci manages the firm's business development and marketing across Asia, leads the IPIT practice group, and heads up the technology, media and telecommunications sector group. How important is IPIT in driving innovation?
In terms of IPIT as a practice area in this part of the world, it's incredibly dynamic, as you can imagine. Intellectual property laws are very, very important in driving innovation in an economy and also driving wealth. So a lot of the governments in the region have recently been very, very proactive in ensuring that they have in place a very robust intellectual property law regime, essentially to attract investment to their economies.
What are some of the challenges that you face in IPIT?
Well, in terms of challenges, it's always about protecting value. If you're an innovator and you've invested large amounts of capital in coming up with your particular piece of technology, then it's all about ensuring that you get the right return on that technology. So we spend a lot of time talking to clients not only about the legal steps that they can take to protect their innovations, but also the commercial and operational protocols that they should be deploying in their supply chains and even their HR policies to try and create disincentives for leakage of intellectual property rights.
What are some of the trends in innovation you see coming out of Asia?
12 years ago when I first came to Asia, it was all about foreign technology being brought into China and other economies in Asia. But what we're seeing now, particularly in China, is that the government has realised that homegrown indigenous innovation is critical to really creating sustainable economic growth for their country. And so there's a huge incentive on local innovation, indigenous innovation, and then encouraging people to go out and export that innovation. And so having Chinese technology and Chinese products that are best of breed all over the world. And it's not just technology, also content.
What opportunities for innovation are there in the low-carbon economy?
The low-carbon economy is massive. The impact is going to be phenomenal. It's the next biggest thing since the Industrial Revolution. Probably the last thing of the same sort of level we saw was the internet being sort of launched commercially. There's going to be a huge appetite globally for access to low-carbon solutions. And we're going to see a bit of a shift, I think, in the balance of power between the developed economies and the emerging economies, like China, for example, where the government is so heavily investing to become a global supplier of renewable and low-carbon energy. The next 10 years are going to be really important for Asia. There's no doubt about it. The American economy is still going to take quite some time to recover, and there's going to be enormous appetite for experienced people with strong skills in coming into these growth markets to really help both local players and foreign players from the US or Europe or Australia realise some of their economic objectives.